Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ripples Media. My name is Kirill, and today we're talking about a 2024 lineup for ESP LTD guitars. So, ESP guitars finally released all the prices and all the models. So, I just want to go ahead and dive in and see what they have to offer. I can already tell that the prices went up, which makes sense, inflation and all this stuff. Let's go one by one. Let's read the names, see what kind of specs they have, and I'll just give you some of my thoughts on those guitars. So the first one is M1001 in charcoal metal satin. Interesting configuration. I think the guitars from Parkwood Drive used to use an ESP guitar that had a tunematic bridge, just one pickup in the bridge. It was like a riff machine, maybe even in similar color, which they making one with Fishman and Floyd Rose. Looks good to me. I'm not gonna dive in too much into those specs because I don't like Floyd Rose. But here's the next one here, MH1000NT. That's something that I would be interested in. There's something new that I think ESP LTD doing is they installing pickups as a direct mount. They used to do the ring around the pickup. So, but this is a really cool color. So what we have here is 25.5 scale length, pretty standard, mahogany body, maple neck. Everything is pretty much standard for ESP LTD. If it's ain't broke, don't fix it. The only thing is obviously Fishman's and color. That's what's new, but looks really good. I would totally play this guitar. Let's go further. So we have a baritone Ascend 1007 HT, which is just a different color variation. We had something like this before. It was just a simple black color. Nothing new there, just a new color, which is fine. Now we have a Horizon Custom 87 series, which is a different spin. We used to have an 87 in a Telecaster shape. Now it is a Stratocaster-ish, Super Strat-ish color, which I think this looks way better than a Telecaster because Telecaster had a similar headstock, was a tele body, looked a little iffy. A good call on the Super Strat. It looks great. Now, this Aero 1007 baritone Evertune looks absolutely insane because it's a 7-string baritone Aero shaped guitar. Just overall, it just looks insane. Looks mean, really, really aggressive, and it is a 27-inch scale. I think baritone guitars is going to be something new that a lot more companies will come up with. So, and the reason why I think it will be a trend is because a lot of bands don't need a 7 or 8-string guitar. We just want to have a 6-string with a baritone where we can go lower and just do chugga stuff. And I think a lot more baritone guitars will be released on the market. For instance, we have Schecter that released a Telecaster 27-inch scale. So it definitely will be a thing. And I can bring myself as an example because when we recorded our last 6 songs with Kelvin McGregor from Memphis Mayfire, we used a PRS Mike Mushok signature with a Nazgul in the bridge, which is, I think, 27.7 scale length, which is really hard to play. Obviously standing up, sitting down, even sitting down is hard to play. I think that's what's going to happen with certain models. It will be a lot more baritone guitars. Anyway, let's move on. So we have 256 series. I mean, that's a good series. I've seen 256 series guitars. I played them. They sound good. But it's a good option if you're on a budget. So I would definitely consider something like that if you can't afford 1000 series. But obviously 1000 series is the way to go. M1007 baritone. This is a 7-string baritone, which looks insane. And another baritone. And this is exactly what I was talking about. So we have a 6-string reverse headstock, hip shot bridge, Fishman in the bridge, 1 volume knob. Obviously, there's only one pickup. Again, 27-inch baritone scale. This is an example of what I was talking about. This is literally what I would use live or in the studio for some heavier stuff when I don't need 7-string. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that 7-string and 8-string guitars are obsolete and you don't have to use them. There's a lot more. There's a lot of guitar players that are obviously way better than me, and it's way more applicable for them. You know, Animals as Leaders, Era, bands like this. But for me, 6 string is enough. I can barely play all 6 strings, so I won't be able to play 7 or 8. So, yeah, that's my take on that. But this is a really cool guitar, a dope instrument. I would actually really would love to check this one out. Let's go to the next page. There's 56 pages. I'm not sure if we're gonna go through all of them, but let's see what else we have. And here's an interesting one. It is EC 1007 baritone. A lot of baritones guitars, and it's a 7-string single cut, which gives me Matt Heafy vibes, because Matt Heafy does single cut, Evertune, Fishman's, Les Paul style guitars. But it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because it's something new, something obviously would provoke Gibson lovers, because it's a 27 baritone single cut Les Paul style guitar with Fishman's. This is just crazy. This EC 1000 right here is beautiful. Another spin on obviously Gibson Custom, but there's a trend here. We do have those direct mounted pickups, which is not as usual, but that's what they're going for this year. Another spin on a classic see-through black cherry colorway. Again, Fishman's and direct mounted pickups just give it a different modern vibe, but obviously this color been used by ESP LTD for like years. You see here's a Viper 1000, again direct mounted pickups. Prices are 1,500. It's getting up there. It's getting up there. It's getting to the point where back in the days ESP guitars used to cost like this, closer to 2,000. This is another interesting model. It is an XJ1HD Black Blast, and again, it's nothing new. It's just, well, it is a new shape, but overall there's nothing new because we've seen those Stratocaster shaped guitars, which is in the same color with one pickup in the bridge and hardtail and things like that. So we have a reversed headstock. I like the shape of this guitar. I would like to check this one out. So let's see what else we have. And this is another one that caught my eye. Love the color, charcoal burst. So this guitar is another spin on MH1000 with Evertune. We had one in black burst color, but then we have the fully white guitar, which actually was really sick. I almost bought it, but then it became unavailable everywhere and I couldn't find one. And this is another spin, which is, I think, maybe my favorite one between 3. So this one wins. Oof. But this price is definitely bites. The other ones used to be 1,200-1,300. So inflation is real, guys. Oh, I didn't know they have merch like this. This merch actually looks pretty dope. Go down in the comments and let me know if you would buy this hoodie or this shirt, because this is actually fire. Now there's some E2 models, which is, if we're talking about like E2, you see we have $2,000 for E2, similar model, but obviously the gap is smaller now than back in the days, which is crazy to me. Super cool Telecaster was Evertune. Again, another spin with just a different color option. Now the Stephen Carpenter, I hope I didn't butcher that name, but his signatures obviously just shot. The prices went up crazy. Also really good guitar. Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna go run through some of them quickly as I do a conclusion, but my conclusion is that it's a pretty solid lineup. Nothing too crazy, nothing too neon green or some other stuff. It's pretty minimalistic and robust. Seems it's a robust, but they're throwing good components like Fishman, hip shot tuners. I'm pretty sure all of those guitars now is stainless steel frets, but all the guitars are like this right now. So I just recently bought Schecter Reaper Custom. It's a fully white guitar, and again, it's fully spec'd. Besides, it just doesn't have the Fishmans. It has a USA made, Schecter made pickups, which they're actually pretty good for what they are. I mean, they made in the USA, and I feel like they have that bare knuckle sound to them. All right, well, this was Kirill from Riff Pulse Media. Let me know in the comments what do you think about the prices, which guitar is your favorite. I would like to see if your opinions match with mine. Let me know if you agree with my take on baritone guitars. That should be it, and I'll see you in the next video.